A little girl named Goldilocks was walking through the forest. Goldilocks wandered on and on until she came to a part of the forest where she had never been before. She stopped when she came to a house. In this house lived a family of 3 bears, a papa bear, a mama bear, and a baby bear. All 3 bears loved their house in the forest and were very happy. Goldilocks knocked on the door. She waited, but nobody answered. So Goldilocks slowly opened the door and walked inside. The 3 bears had gone out for a walk in the forest. Each of them had left their bowls of homemade pudding to cool on the table. Goldilocks was very hungry from playing in the forest, and she absolutely loved pudding. She decided to have a taste of the pudding in the great big bowl. It was too hot. Goldilocks tasted the pudding from the medium-sized bowl. But it was too cold. Goldilocks tasted the pudding from the teeny tiny bowl. This time, it was just right. It was so good that she ate it all up. I feel good and full of pudding, said Goldilocks. I would like to sit down and rest for a while. Goldilocks saw a great big chair and she climbed up on it. But this chair was too hard. Next, Goldilocks sat down in the medium-sized chair. But this chair was too soft. Finally, she sat down in the teeny tiny chair, and this chair was just right. Until Goldilocks sat the bottom out. By this time, Goldilocks was a little tired, and she didn't even clean up the mess. I would like to take a short nap now. I can clean up my mess later, said Goldilocks. She walked over to the 3 bears' beds and climbed upon the great big bed. But it was too hard. Next, Goldilocks climbed upon the medium-sized bed. But this bed was too soft. Finally, Goldilocks curled up on the teeny tiny bed and found it to be just right. Soon she was fast asleep. When Goldilocks was sleeping, the 3 bears returned home from their walk. They were not happy with what they found at home. The 3 bears were very hungry from their long walk in the forest and were looking forward to enjoying their homemade pudding. Said Papa Bear, looking at his great big bowl. Agreed Mama Bear, peering at her medium-sized bowl. The baby bear looked at his teeny tiny bowl in disbelief and said, Disappointed and hungry, the 3 bears noticed that something was very different about their 3 chairs. The baby bear saw what happened to his teeny tiny chair and was very sad. The 3 bears walked over to see if anything had happened to their beds and couldn't believe their eyes. Said Papa Bear as he smoothed out the covers. Said Mama Bear as she plumped her many pillows. Baby Bear looked at his teeny tiny bed and saw that the bears had company. Goldilocks suddenly woke up from her deep nap and saw 3 bears staring at her. She was so scared by them that she jumped out of bed and ran out of the house. Goldilocks promised to never go into a stranger's house ever again.
Mama Bear,